Class is in session. Let me tell you something. Today we're gonna break down the real reasons of why your lines look like dog shit. Okay, I'm sorry. Why they just not hitting, especially on brown skin. And trust me, I had to learn the hard way. The 5 line killers. Alright, so here's what kills your line, and here's what you have to think about each time when you're going into these things, okay? Let's just start off on like number one. What's your hand pressure? If you're scared to go inside of the skin, it's gonna show. I definitely had that problem. See, in the beginning, I think my problem was I was too afraid to go too deep, but at the same time, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's always better that you go too light than go too hard, that you risk blowing out some of the skin and end up causing raises, which is also, again, what comes back to me saying you should tattoo even something small on your leg. That way you're able to see, like, okay, no, that was too deep. Like, I definitely have one of those. I remember at one point I wasn't sure, okay, what's the needle depth and where's the range and shit like that, okay? I did a Freddy Krueger on my arm, and with that one, let me tell you something, that one definitely blew out. Like, when I say blew out, like all these lines here are raised, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's me, because I purposely sat there and went deep just to see, like, okay, how deep can we really go? My whole problem was that I used to go too light. So now I finally understood, like, where's that middle ground of where you're supposed to go. So that's the first one. Of basically, if you have a light hand, that means there's no pressure. That means you're just literally sitting on the epidermis skin, okay? The second one I would have to say is the needle type. It matters. If you're trying to sit there and you're trying to line out with a 3-round liner in melanated skin for a whole sleeve, come on, like, it's gonna be choppy. It's not gonna look how it should. Like, it's just not gonna look how it should. Okay. To me, I feel like that would just be a little just too much trauma if you're really trying to sit there and do all of that. If you want to do that, then I suggest for melanated skin, use a 3-round shader, not a 3-round liner. I say a 3-round shader or a 5-round shader. That would be a better packing, and it would give it more strength with just less trauma going on inside the skin. But if you're more confident, you could go, or you want to go a bigger line, then of course bigger is always better. That's definitely, I would say, always try to figure out what needle size that you need in each tattoo. Before you even touch the tattoo, you need to figure out what needle am I about to touch. Like, and when I'm looking at a tattoo, I automatically, first of all, I break down whole tattoos by needle groups. That's what you need to be doing, okay? If you're not breaking down whole tattoos by needle groups, like, okay, that's my 23. This one right here, I can use a 7-round liner, or this one right here, I could get a 5-round shader for this tight little area, you know what I'm saying? So you need to understand your needle groups and where they're supposed to go. Having an uneven speed will definitely make your lines look choppy. If you move too fast without the voltage matching your hand speed, it's just not gonna come out right. It's just, okay, so your hand speed has to match your voltage. So you have to figure out, you yourself have to figure out, do I align more better at a 7? Do I align more better at a 5? Everyone's different. That's not like a one size fit all type of thing. Okay, they keep playing out. They keep playing out there. No skin tension. Sitting there and you're not actually stretching out the skin. What that does is it's gonna cause basically like bumpy, uneven lines. Okay, we want nice straight lines. Okay, guys, so don't give no bump. We don't want that. All right. The last one is weak ink. If you got a weak ink supply, or maybe just not a good ink, that could definitely be a factor. I think dynamic is a good choice. I think triple black is also another good choice. Again, that's also very good for if you want to get heavy saturated in melanated skin. Empire is another good choice. Then as well as too, you also have to make sure, again, like I said, your machine is tuned right, which also cuts down to the voltage. So these are just little things which could be your line killers, and maybe it might not necessarily be you, but it's you. You know what I'm saying? You know how like when like she tell you it's not you, but like it's really you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know your odds is you. Anyway,
why are you running? Why are you?
Let's focus. Let's come back to it. So those are the 5 line killers right there. Like I keep saying, I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay. Nah, but for real though, what I've been saying though is what you should be doing to also work on your line weight is you need to also be sitting there and drawing. You need to be sitting there, and I know it's so tedious and it's like you want to just get straight to tattooing, but the time taking to draw makes it easier when it's time to tattoo. I want you to understand that. I want you to think about a time when you were tattooing and maybe you wiped or you started and you got that nervous feeling. Guess what? If you would have sat there and did 7 more drawing reps, you would not have that nervous feeling. And being a tattoo artist and having that nervous feeling while you're doing something on someone is not fun at all. It's stressful. Okay, so I definitely advise when you're doing lines, especially like on clients, make sure that sometimes there's times where you can see that you need to go over the line, but that doesn't mean go over the line 20 times. Okay, all you're doing is just damaging the skin, and you're just basically you're just damaging the skin. Yeah. Like you're just damaging the skin. Okay? But if you want to do more, I guess bolder lines, or you want your lines to look more solid, I advise that you should be focusing and looking more into round shaders. Okay, round shaders also help to make your line work look more solid. Look, whoever got this, okay? If this helped you, I want you to like the video and leave a comment, TRU below, so I know that you locked in. I'm dropping a full breakdown every week, you know what I'm saying? Like every week, from like line work to like little stencil placement to like shading. Shading is gonna be on our next joint, okay? We're gonna lock in on some more shading techniques and just talk about that and go over that some more. But yeah, so basically these is really just like the 5 things that you probably doing that's killing your lines. Lock in. Peace.
Stop!
Oh wait, no peace. Also, follow my Twitch. I'm also doing live tattoos, and we vibing, and we also just we doing sketches, we drawing. Same thing I'm telling y'all, I'm still doing. We drawing. I'm working on some fake skin, you know, just vibing, you feel me? So just come get some good information, or just come say hi, just say what's up, you feel me? But yeah, peace. Alright, y'all. I'm out of here.